Okay, let's have a look. The deal for today, the Patton, M46 Patton KR, garage slot, and this lovely tank for £23.91 or €32.5. Now, is it worth it? So let's get into a review and see whether this is worth getting. Back from holiday, I was dragged away for Christmas and my mum's birthday. So back now, we've still got 4 days left of the special offer, and there are two options. The option for the M46 Korean Patton, so you've got 100% qualification for the crew, and several items, which is 3,375 gold, vert stab, improved vents, tank and rammer, and the vehicle for £36.74 or €49.99. So we'll look and see whether it's worth it. Let's head, and then the other option that you've got is to buy the tank itself, which is £23.89 or €32.5, which you just get the tank and a garage slot. So as this doesn't use it doesn't have to have its own crew, so you can put in any tank crew you want to be able to train them in it. So I don't feel that it's worth it unless you're after the additional items or the additional gold that you get from the bonus and bundle. So £23.89 or else £36.74. So is it worth that £13-ish, so £12.80-ish extra for 3,000 gold? So let's have a look and see whether it's worth it. But you have the other option, which is the holiday bonus, which is the Panzer IV Hydro, which is okay, but for this amount of money, I don't feel that's really worth it. But if you're after a rare tank, it's not often you actually see this, so it's quite a rare bundle. So that's another one to look out for at the moment. But let's get back to the Korean Patton. Okay, we're set up with the vertical stabilizer, vents, and gun rammer, and we've got this fantastic camo. And I will put a picture up later of this vehicle in the Bovington Tank Museum, or not this exact one, but a different one with a tiger face at the front of it, which is the same one that Quickie Babies actually put a picture up of seeing at the same place. So I will be showing you possibly a slightly different angle and a better close-up of this vehicle in practice. So without further ado, let's get on with that review. Let's compare it to the M26 Pershing. So DPM is up by about 20, penetration up by 2, reload slightly faster, aim time is down by 0.2, dispersion is slightly worse at 0.336 instead of 0.35. On the move is better. After firing, a little bit longer to settle. Shell velocity considerably less, so 122 meters per second slower. View range the same, ammo capacity the same, top speed identical, horsepower 810, which is nice, power to weight 18.52, which is a nice change, so nice bit of additional power. Terrain resistance, quite a bit worse, 1.2 instead of 1.05, 1.4 instead of 1.25, and 2.4 instead of 2.1. Okay, interesting. Gun characteristics identical. Armour worse on the turret. The hull is identical. The turret is 26 worse, and the rear is 13 worse. Health 10 more. Track health 40 better. That's quite nice. Ammo rack 20 better. View range 10 worse. Chance of fire identical. Right, let's have a look at the 3D model. Okay, from the front, it's very good on ridges. If you're firing up at it, it's pointing directly at you. It's very strong on the turret. You've got a couple of weak spots of around about 120mm, but the rest of it is 250mm. The Commander's cupola, 92mm, but around it's about 230mm. The side, you're looking very, very bouncy, 450 mil equivalent. The sides, the cheeks are a little bit vulnerable at 126 mil. The other side, 135. So yes, you can pull off some nice bounces down to the hull. So from the tracks, 165 mil, going up to a couple of weak areas, and going up to around about 230 mil. So you can hit some very solid armour on the side. The front, if you're pointing over the ridge, it's from 170 mil. This area is a weak spot to around about 182. But if you get hit here, you can be penetrated very easily. This section here is 192 mil, so very strong. And the low plate from this angle, if you can just catch it, is only 90 mil, up to about 97 mil. So, but if you're pointing over a ridge, then you're only going to see this plate if you're lucky. So it's quite a strong tank, good mobility. So let's see what the tank is like in practice. Let's get into a first game, see what this is actually like, and see if it's a good enough tank for you to get. So let's get straight into a game. It's 8:50 in the morning. No one else has got one. We're up against an E4, IS6, IS3A. 30% chance of winning. So yeah, it's not going to be the best. So yeah, don't always believe what XVM says. Let's load some premium, because I think we might need it. So we shall have a look, see how well this actually rock and rolls. So in comparison to the 26 E4, it's a smaller target. Someone's asking the cost. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I just bought it. I shall sort that out in a bit. It's gone out of my mind. I've literally just bought it. Let's check out the mobility. See what this is actually like. Let's head down the zero line. See if we can bring some punchment to bear. Try and face what we can face. Use the APCR to punch through what we see. So 243 mil of pen. And we shall see what we can do. So we've got the IS6 there, who's hopefully able to do something. Yag Tiger 88. E25. So we'll see what we can do. Get down, help the T34. Hopefully it doesn't push too far. 48% win chance. So we'll try and bring the gun to bear. Come down here. Get into these bushes and assist. Hopefully he's got a good view range. I6 pushing in the centre. Ooh. 3A pushing round. We're tanked down. We've lost Tiger P so far. What can we do? What's that Carnarvon doing? Oh, 49%. What a complete buffoon. Oh my goodness. Let's pull back. They're pushing in hard in the centre. Let's get into position to aid. There we go. Let's get some shots in. Don't know how we missed. Come on, spot. We can do this. If we can take him out, we can really help the team. Yes. It's quite bouncy. Let's see what we can do from here. Couldn't quite do enough. The tank is good, the gun is good. Pity about the rest of the team. But I think this shows what you can actually do with it. It's an effective tank. Just, yeah, like I said, pity that the rest of the team was made up of so many not very good players. And, yeah. So, let's have a look at the post-game stats. Okay, first game, let's have a look. Sadly, it was a defeat, 43,000 credits, 7 shots, some nice damage, well, 1,500 points of damage. So, came second. Sadly, there were a number of other... Yeah, they didn't do very well. So, 253 basic experience, 10 shots, 8 hit, 7 penned, which is okay. Lost 19,000 credits, but we did use a lot of consumables. So 380 experience plus a bonus 418, which isn't the best, but it shows you what you can actually do. So looking at this, 1,500 base damage. So let's get into to a second game and see how this actually performs again. So you can get an overview and an average from 2 games. Okay, game 2. Let's see how we actually do in the second game. See if we can keep the gun singing and be able to deal with the opponents. Another 34% game. Could have been a lot better, but let's see what we can do. So tier 9, 34%, and sadly, well, let's just do the best we can. So we'll head over to the north and try and get the gun to bear. Deal with any mediums we find. There aren't very many. And we'll see what we can do. Oh, we've got people complaining about the tank already. Oh, we got the heavies coming this way as well. Well, I suppose it seems there aren't very many many mediums. See, the mobility is quite good. So we're up ahead the heavies, keeping up with the Indian Panzer, which is quite a nice speedy little tank. We've got a 1375 who needs to learn how to drive. So let's push down, see what we can do. Engage what we find. Oh, we need that lighter scout. We've got no one. Everyone's at B6, B7. I'm pulling back. We've got these bozos who don't want to do anything. I'm going to go back and deal with the light and the... got Tiger 1, KV5, and we've got these heavies sat there doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. So mobility is quite good, so we can get up here quite nicely. So this is quite a nice way to look and see what you can do. Very nice and mobile. Speed shot's a little bit slow, but he's under... we can see him, so not bad. Helping the team a bit. The tank is okay. See if we can get any shots down on the Tiger behind us. So we're keeping them pinned down. We're not the... oh dear. Do what you can do. IS-3 coming in. I want to kill this guy before... pitch about the rest of our team being complete idiots. We've got no gun. Yeah, just a pity the rest of the team are just complete... well, I know I overuse the word retards, but, well, yeah. Yeah, not a lot you can do against so many, especially with the team being so useless. Okay, let's have a look at the post-game stats. So 624 experience, 63,000 credits, 6 crits, 10 shots hit. Let's have a look. So top on damage, a number of players didn't do anything. Top on experience, no kills sadly. 17 shots, 15 hit, 10 pens. So it's accurate. The penetration is an issue. Still came away with just losing 8,500 experience. So we could have, if we'd won the game, then we would have been in profit. Came away with 567 experience plus a bonus for 624. So comparing both vehicles, let's look at the straight stats. The Pershing, you're looking at an XTE of 21, whereas the 46 KR was averaging about 35, so an extra 50 to 55% in what it's doing per game. So let's look at the damage. So 1,527 damage caused. Let's compare it to the Pershing average, 850. So you're looking, say, not between 900 and 1,500. So it's an extra 600 points of damage per game with the M46. The only reason that this isn't far higher is because of the bad teams that were there in the games. But after 3 games, it's averaging 1,500. 2 games, it was averaging 1,900. The third game wasn't as good as the first 2, but it still shows, even on a bad third game, what you can average. And I think that this tank is very capable of coming out with 1,500 very, very regularly. Damage ratio of 1.05 compared to the Pershing's 0.62 with the way I play it. That's not saying I'm the greatest of players. I'm just saying for an average player like me, this is what you'd be looking at with a standard Pershing coming out with that sort of a ratio. At the moment, the 46 KR hasn't got a large enough number of games to be able to give these stats at the moment, but I would expect it to be in the region of about 35, which would show that it's actually quite an effective vehicle, even with 35 an XE of 35 on a loss. So, in comparison, I would say it's a very good money-making tank, good for dealing the damage to your opponents, and very effective on the battlefield. So let's move on. So, is this a good tank? Well, 2,300 damage is not a bad score at all. So, Tier 8 Premium, this would have made money, could have come out with a good score. So, 2 games, averaging 1,932 damage per average per game. So, as an average at Tier 8, it's very, very good. The gun is good. You can make money with it. You could make more money if you won, but that's not down to the tank. That was down to the rest of the teams absolutely sucking. 2 games, 30-ish% win chance, because the rest of the team just didn't have a clue. But this tank was quite competent. It's not approaching an average of 2,000 hit points of damage per game, which you can't fault with anyone. 2 games, 1,042 experience, and it would have been much better on a win game. So it's not the fault of the tank. It's the average of, and this is the worst that you get. So on a bad game, coming away, let's have a look. 2 games, 2 losses, lost 28,000. WN8 of 2,200, 79%, and efficiency 35. If they'd have been win games, then this would have been very significant. You'd been saying, wow, this is a fantastic tank. But it's not down to the tank, it's down to the teams, and that will average out over time. This is a very good tank. You could see from those first 2 games, averaging 1,932 damage per game. Very, very effective tank. You can't do anything about the rest of your teammates. All you can do is your best, and this tank allows you to do your best. The mobility, an okay combination of armor. We haven't looked at the well, we bounce. Did we bounce any shots? Let's have a look. Any bounces? Detailed reports. So 7 hits taken. Managed to bounce 2 for 400. So it bounces a little, not a lot. You can't count on it, but it's okay. But the accuracy of the gun, the derpiness, the amount of damage you can... So the DPM, you're looking 1778 base, which is really nice. Good accuracy, good gun depression, very good mobility. You're at the forefront. You can be wherever you want to be. And this tank will allow you to do whatever you want. The secondary ammo is APCR instead of heat, so that you can actually penetrate better because of a larger normalization factor. So the tank itself is very good with an effective secondary shell to allow you to penetrate at range or tougher targets, which you wouldn't normally be able to penetrate with a standard AP. The tank itself is very good. You saw the damage averaging 1932. It's not the fault of this tank that you didn't win the 2 games. So do I recommend this tank? Definitely. It's definitely worth the money. So I would say get this little tank while it's still available. It's a fun, effective tank that I highly recommend. So I'm the Gaming Bear. This is the M46 Patton KR, and see you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.